Okay. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Y'all know me. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into it. Your girl is not about to waste none of y'all's time because y'all not wasting mine. No, I'm just joking. I'm not about to waste any of y'all's time. So I'm just about to go ahead and jump into this episode. Well, you know what? Let me be real. Let's be real. I'm just. Good morning. Good morning. Have a positive and blessed morning out there. Hold on. Your girl's back. But anywho, yeah, I'm like, happy Monday. Let's be real. Let me just go on and put that out there. I know half of y'all are at work and it sucks. No, I'm just joking. But I know half of you guys is at work and it sucks to be, yeah. No. I'm just very grateful. Your girl is very grateful to be able to have this day off so I can do stuff like this. So I'm not even going to hold y'all. So happy Monday. Let's get it. Let's get into episode number 2. All right. Something I'm just going to put out there too. Some of these topics, maybe because of where I'm at initially, like where I live. So I don't want to. I know some of these things is some of these, I guess, scenarios or some of my opinions is not for everybody. You understand me? This is just for maybe just because of where I'm living at. Uh, I see certain things. Even though I know this shit's going on everywhere, let's be real. Some of these things that I'm about to talk about, I know it's going on everywhere, but I just want to put that out there. Parenting your children. Well, I'm not going to say parenting your children. Let's put it like this. Parents investing versus raising your kids. Let me say that again. Investing in your children and raising your children are, well, first of all, they should be coherent, but for what I see in some individuals, it's either or. It's supposed to be both, which takes time, a lot of time. It takes patience, dedication, and that's something that a lot of parents, I feel like, and maybe due to the economy and what's going on also, I feel like a lot of parents don't really think about those things. Okay. There is a difference between raising and investing. Okay? For the ones who know, you know. For the ones who don't know, let me kind of break it down for you. Just on a loose scale, okay? So, raising your kids is more so feeding them, making sure they go to school, making sure they have a house, a roof over their head, sorry. Just, the obvious things of raising a kid. Okay, yeah, they gotta go to school, blah blah blah. I gotta make sure I do this and that. And then some, I will say, like parent teacher conferences and all of this, but some don't even show up to those. Trust me, I go to, well, when my kids were having them, they're in high school now. But when they were having those, I did used to go, and it would be a whole lot of parents not there. Anywho, investing in them is something totally different. Investing in them is more so preparing them for their future, Pre- mentally. I mean, okay, hold on. Let me backtrack. Preparing them for their future. Also preparing them emotionally and mentally, should I say. That takes time. It's one thing. It already takes time to make sure they're going to school, grades, whatever. It already takes time to do that. But on top of doing that, having to invest in your children also, that's a whole nother. That's something totally different. That takes time also. Making sure they're mentally okay, making sure you're investing in their future, and not just in sense of, oh yeah, we putting money away for the college or da da da. I'm talking about in sense of the world. Making sure investing in their future is, for instance, and I'm just gonna go on and get into like a there's parents out here, and I was just talking to my kids about this the other day, or they were mainly talking to me kind of about it. Let's be real, because they go to school, right? So they see a lot of different high school kids. They see a lot of different things when they go to school. And they were basically somewhat telling me, oh, well, different stories about different children. And I'm just like, wow, it's crazy because here I am as a mother, of course, raising, and, me and my husband, of course, we're raising our kids. But on top of raising our kids, I'm investing in them also, which I'm someone who, hey, I'm going to make sure they know how to treat others. I'm going to make sure they know that when adults is saying certain things, like just, I guess, somewhat old school mixed with new school a little bit too. You know what I mean? Because old school was kind of like, hey, you are meant to be seen, not heard type stuff. You know what I mean? But like I do mix a little bit of old school with new school. So I do ask my kids a lot of questions. I do check in with them mentally. I do prepare them for, like, even if we're seeing something out and about, I'll give them a life lesson with that so they can understand. Now, are they gonna take it or listen? Yeah, hopefully. But as far as right now, I know everything. They're like, okay, who's to say when they're out of my house, and who's to say? Hopefully, they still will be the loving human beings that I'm raising them to be. Investing in them to be. But for instance, anywho, you'll see kids. And what me and my kids were talking about, what me and my kids were talking about was I'm investing in them. And my kids and a lot of other teenage, younger kids are the next generation, correct? And here I am investing in my children / raising my children to be these decent human beings in life. And you have parents who are not investing in that at all. So my children and other people's children also have to deal with these children, these kids whose parents are not investing in them. Yes, these parents are raising them, but they're not investing in them. Because what? That takes time. That takes a lot of, it just takes time. It takes time. It takes dedication, because I just see it. I see it when I'm out. I'm like, oh, this is what my kids have to deal with. This is what our children are going to have to deal with, and it's like, is that even right? And it starts at home. Let's be real. You can't blame the kids. I'm not blaming the children. It starts at home. I do feel like with the economy, a lot of grown-ups, from moms to dads probably, are more focused on that, which is understandable. Let's not get that twisted. Hunty, bills need to be paid. That's part of raising the kids, okay? Bills need to be paid. But contrary to all of that, we still need to invest in our children. We still need to be teaching these kids, because as much as we're raising them, eventually they're going to be adults. And now other people, my kids, your kids, they're going to have to be the ones to deal with that. So you're just raising them. That's cool. But then what? Let's be real. Then what? You see kids who, they don't even listen to their parents. I'm seeing young children cuss. I don't know if it's just, I don't know. I'm just like, maybe I'm old school. Maybe I'm just old school. Like, your kid should not be 8 or 9 cussing. I'm sorry. And not like verbatimly, like just over and over, like, you know what I mean? But just cussing here and there. Like, they shouldn't be cussing at all. I don't give a damn if they heard you or not, out of respect, because that's something you should be teaching your children. Okay, they should know the difference. They should know, okay, my mom or my dad used this type of language, but I understand it's probably a way of expressing himself or this and that, not in the sense of, trying to be like, hey, I think I'm cute. You know what I mean? If it makes sense. So I just I don't understand. It's certain things that I'm looking at. I'm like, I don't understand how, as a parent, you think that's cute, and then you call yourself raising them. Okay, you're raising them to what? They tell their parents no. That's the obvious. But like I said, the cussing, wearing clothes at a certain age, your kids should not be wearing certain things. Crop top, it's just come on, you guys. It's come on. And then the thing is, it's social media too. Of course, let's be real. We all know that it's social media. Let's not get it twisted. because your 8 and 9 year old has a phone on Instagram. No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't. I don't even think, I mean, not comparing or anything, but I don't even think my kids, I think they may just now be having an Instagram and they're 15. I raise my kids according to their age. I invest in my kids according to their age. Well, I've been investing in them for a long time. It's something me and my husband love to do. Like, I kind of got it from him a little bit. Let's not get it twisted. Teaching lessons, you know what I mean? But not in a bad way. Like, life lessons, put it like that. And not just teaching life lessons, but just in general, investing in them. And so, yeah, like, they're 15 and 17, and my 17 acts like a 17-year-old, and my 15 acts like my 15-year-olds, because I have twins, act like 15-year-olds. Not saying, like, they're the best. I'm very blessed. I will say I have good kids for now. I mean, let me not even put that out there. I have good kids. They do teenage stuff, but that's, overall, I do have good kids. So I can't really, complain when it comes down to that right now. But I will say, and not comparing my kids to anybody else's children either. I wouldn't even do that. But as parents, I will say we do need to do better a little bit. This is the next generation. This is the next generation. Like, we have to kind of, invest in our children. We have to make sure we are setting them up for success, not just financially. Financially is okay. Yeah, let's not get it twisted. We all doing that too. Not just financially, but mentally, even spiritually, religious. Like, I don't even know if some of these kids understand or even know about any type of higher power. Who's to say? Because I feel like a lot of adults is just so busy trying to either get to the next level. They're trying to, and which is understandable. I get it. We have responsibilities, but we have to take the time to also be like, okay, this is what's next. This episode was a little bit short. When it comes down to kids, I like to say a little bit, but I don't really get into too much. That was just my whole point, to be honest with you. Thank you for bearing with me as I get better at this podcast thing. I am enjoying it. I am really enjoying it so far. Getting comfortable, even though no one's here, I guess getting comfortable with being able to talk and kind of knowing what and what not to say. That's something that I'll be very cautious of trying to, when I'm talking. I'm like, because I don't want to, this internet stuff could be a little tricky, and so you don't want to be saying something that you'd be like, okay, your video, and you're like, oh man, I didn't even know I was, I want to, I'm supposed to say that. Like, come on. So I try to keep it very short, sweet, straight to the point. You know what I mean? But anyway, thank you guys for spending this time with me on today's episode. Remember, let's keep raising and investing in the next generation, okay? Together. And just to put it out there, if you guys want to see more about my everyday life, my kids, marriage, vlogs, travel, don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. Link will be in my bio. Until next time, you guys. Damn, it's Monday.